welcome to the Chelsea Rundown. It's Jess back again with Ace for the women's round 5 wrap up. Thanks for joining me, Ace.
I think you're going to have to start changing the name of the podcast to the Chelsea Women's Beatdown, because it just seems to be every week you girls actually go out there and perform an absolute shellacking on the other team, and I'm not too sure where we go from here, because are there any lids left in Chelsea? Because I'm actually personally going door to door, knocking on them. I'm trying to find them. If I find one, I'm chucking it in the bin because it is off and they are out the door.
We have certainly had another stellar day out there at Sandringham this week. It's crazy, isn't it? These girls just get better and better and better, and it's doesn't look like it's slowing down. So I'll quickly run through our starting lineup. We had Abra leading off playing centre field. Kate Wines was our extra hitter. We had a couple of extra hitters. We had 11, I think, this day. Michelle started off at shortstop for us. I've moved up the lineup a little bit there at number 4, and I was catching to start the game. Joe Myers was an extra hitter. Then we had Liv at first base, Liesl pitching, Melanie at third base, Kate Holden at right field, Cassidy at second base, and Narelle at left field. So that was really cool. It's a big long list, but we got through everyone, and everyone got a go on the field in the end. We had an amazing day. I'll start with the fielding. Oh, can I start by apologising? The camera didn't capture the whole game, so we're a little bit limited on footage, but it was a great day regardless. So we'll go through a few stories, but you might not see everything.
There was a lovely shot at the time I was down in Blairgowrie, and I flipped over to watch a bit of the game, but there was a lovely shot of the skyscape.
Oh, the shot of the sky apparently was for Tom's weather report. We needed a weather update from Tom or Jimmy now. I'm not sure who our favourite weatherman. Jim did a very good job the other day.
Yeah, but Tom's been kicked out. He had one job and he absolutely muffed it.
So we had a pretty good day in the field. Liesl started us off pitching, so she did an amazing job. Yeah, Liesl did a great job again. So she pitched the half the game, and then Michelle came in and pitched the second half, which I don't have any footage of, but they both did amazing jobs.
Just another standout by both of them. 3 innings by Liesl, 2 innings by Michelle, 5 hits given up in total, only the 3 runs scored, and 6 strikeouts to boot. So, to get the 6 strikeouts and go through that many innings, you girls were obviously putting them out at first and second and making the plays as well, backing up your pitches, which is what a solid team does. And you girls look every bit the solid team.
It was a really interesting day. Just to talk a little bit about the team. So Sandringham have merged with Berwick, and so Sandringham were up in Div 2 and Berwick are a pretty new team. So we were expecting a bit of a mix of abilities, and we got that. So Sandringham, there was actually probably more Berwick girls than Sandringham girls. So I think that's why we were probably a little bit overpowering. A little bit, but they did an amazing job. Like, they actually worked really well as a team, and they were putting the ball in play. We just made the outs and did our job, so that was handy.
And that's all you can ask for. Look, I can see you only had the 3 errors on the day. Any day in a game where you can only give up 3 errors, that's an absolutely fantastic effort, and look, it shows in the final score.
It was really cool. Later on in the game, we didn't get any footage of it, but one of my favourite moments was Kate Holden. I love watching her play. She's amazing. She was in right field and the ball came out to her. There was a runner on first, so it was a force play at second base, and she sort of bobbled a little bit, but she worked really hard, was really aggressive, and got the ball to second base and made the out there, and was really exciting because, I don't know, just to get the outfielders involved.
If you got some a powerful pitcher up there who's moving the ball around and hitting different spots in the strike zone, it can be a bit of a long day. Out in left or center or right. That's the most important thing. Great job by you, Kate, and obviously we see you down there putting in the work. But when you get an opportunity and you can make the most of it, like you said, just then, those moments get picked up by your teammates and everyone sort of gets around you. So, top job to you, Kate.
Oh, we were cheering for about 10 minutes after that play. It was amazing. I will move on to our batting. The batting was the best part. We smashed it all day long. So many hits this day, and it was good fun. So, again, Sandringham, or some of the Berwick girls that were pitching, were sort of developing. I don't know if you can see it on the footage, but they've come about a metre in front of the usual pitching plate just to make sure they can make the distance and sort of to encourage them to get up there and have a go, even if they're not quite making the distance yet. So they were sort of crossing the plate. So we took all our swings, and it was an amazing day.
Big shout out again to one of my favourites at the club, Abracadabra. Again, just putting 2 balls out there, batting at 500 for the day, but I can't go anywhere past yourself, Jay. An absolute dominant performance up there. 4 at-bats, 4 hits, 6 RBIs, 3 runs scored. absolutely tearing at a new one. That is an absolute stellar performance, and if we might have to come up with an award for you girls, because that's definitely worth a nomination. Look, you girls just tore it up in every single category. 19 stolen bases, 18 total bases. You obviously got one of your hits was a double,
Mm.
17 hits in total, 16 RBIs. Just an absolute stellar performance.
It's very exciting. I actually liked being up in the lineup a little bit higher. I was sort of putting myself towards the bottom, sort of trying to feel out what everyone can and can't do, but then sort of inserting me up a little bit higher and getting a few more at bats. I actually, yeah, felt I could contribute a little bit more. That was really cool. So I might try and keep that spot if I can.
You batted two for us. You and I, we played 3 seasons together now, and you've batted two pretty much the entire time we've played. So, yeah, I think that number 4 spot probably suits you pretty well. I've seen you hit the ball, and I'm looking forward to you knocking one out of the park.
Ah, that's very nice of you to say. Maybe.
I'll just say quickly, big shout out to all the girls. Realistically, like everyone, every single one contributed. Multiple hit days, pretty much on everybody,
Yeah.
by everybody. RBIs across the board. If you weren't getting hits, you're getting walked. And everyone was scoring runs. Like that's just an absolute stellar effort, and that's all you can ask for.
That's what we do. My favorite hit of the day was Kate Wines, actually. She just smashed this one just over into left field, like cleared it over the infield. And it was just this beautiful line drive. And I haven't seen anything like that in a long time. So kudos to her. She's done an amazing job this season with her bat. And that was a stellar one. I liked it.
Nice.
So in the end, it was 21-3, which is, pretty good. Pretty happy with
Yeah,
that.
just pretty good. Just pretty good.
We've sort of been trying some things, and I know early on I was taking some risks with people in the fields and trying things with the batting lineup. But I think we've pretty much, I don't know, we've worked out our strongest side, I guess, now to start with. And then realizing now where perhaps we can maybe the second half of game utilize people who want to develop or try something new. So we've had Cassidy trying some bullpens at training. So Cassidy's our young player. She's 15. She's good in the infield and she's doing some stuff in the outfield, but she really wants to give pitching a go. So I'm really looking forward to actually getting her up on the mound in the next couple of games. Yeah, to really explore like what she can do and give her some game time, because it's all, you can do it at training, or you can, if you're not actually pitching to anyone, it's different. So yeah, certainly, yeah, excited to see some big changes and more development throughout the whole season for everybody.
And look, like you say, you're going the right way about it. If you use the first couple of games just to sort of suss out sort of how everyone goes and where they go and where probably you can best utilise them. And it looks like, a 5-0 start to the season, it looks like pretty much you could put anyone anywhere,
I
because
know.
doesn't matter where you put them, you just keep smashing teams.
It's so nice, isn't it? Like it's so true. Like you sort of we've got such a big team list, but everyone's so capable, and it's I'm really lucky.
Tip of the hat to you. Once I keep saying it, you've done a great job, and I know that you're thinking about these things, and you're going down, you're telling us about how you're going to run training sessions, and you want to try all these different things. And look, everything just seems to be really coming together. So, tip of the hat to you again, Jay. You're
Ah,
doing a great job.
thanks very much. I'm enjoying it. I'm having an absolute ball. The other thing I wanted to let people know, I put up a short video that was a little explainer video on the drop third strike. I'd really like to produce some more of this content. So if people can respond in the comments here or there, just on sorts of things you might want to see. We've got all this beautiful footage we're capturing every week, all the nuances about baseball. So if we can, like, even like the infield fly and weird things that we sort of talk about them, and you kind of understand the rule, but seeing them, for me, I'm being very visual, but seeing them makes a difference. So if I can put together any kind of explainer videos or answer any questions or review things that you've seen in the games, give us a shout out in the comments, and yeah, I'll put it together. But I thought that would be kind of cool.
Yep. I like it. I saw it. I do know the rule now, only purely through one time when it happened and everyone was yelling at me, run. I was like, but it's strike three. What's going on? And turns out you're allowed to run.
That's usually how you learn, and then you just accept it after that.
Yeah.
But it's taken me years of kind of going, all right, let's have a really good think about this. And there's a lot of rules like that. There's exceptions to the rules in baseball, so those sorts of things I think will just really nice to put together, like a little sort of body of work or content for people, like a resource. You can go and have a quick look.
I think your next video should be the infield fly, because I still have got no idea what's going on there.
And then maybe you could put together, you and me could put together a home run video for people to show them how that gets done.
I've only got a couple.
I don't have any, so yeah, no. Well, we're an authority. That's okay. Thank you so much for joining me, Ace. It's so much fun deconstructing and having a look at our games with you.
Whenever you need.
Thank you. Please remember to get down to training on Wednesday nights, everyone. I'm actually looking for a volunteer for my canteen this Saturday, so if anyone's free, actually get in touch. Please remember that the link to the full game is in this description, although that full game is incomplete. There's about 47 minutes, I think, of the entire game there that you could go and look at, but otherwise, that's all right. Subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you again next week. Thanks again, Ace.
All right.
Bye.